Hey, welcome back to another edition of the email review. Today I want to talk about images. So this is one that popped up. It's going to be a little more critical, but there are loads of good lessons, and I actually don't think it's 100% critical. There's actually some pieces I really like about this email, but some big things that stood out to me that is maybe make it so that they don't get the desired outcome that they want to make or get, right? Okay, so this is from Prana. Quite honestly, I don't even know how I started their emails. I was probably just looking for examples. They are a clothing company, and I was thumbing through emails and came across this one, and it looks great, right? From a design perspective, I like it. But as I scrolled through, I noticed very quickly that it's pretty much an image-based email. So this is an image. These are images. This whole block here is an image, but I'm going to get to that in a second. The only text is this, and this, and then the footer. Okay, so the main, pretty much the whole main focus of the email is built in an image. Now, there are some advantages to this. The main advantage is from a design perspective that you can make it look whatever you want. I mean, as long as you have a designer that is amazing in Photoshop or Illustrator or whatever, then you can put together a beautiful looking email. And this one looks nice. The problem is not everybody's going to see it that way. Particularly if they're on a mobile data connection and things are slow. So there's a couple of things I want to point out here. I would, as a B2C, so typically B2B brands don't have this issue because they're a little less visually focused. B2C, it's a different story because images are more important because they're trying to showcase products a lot of the time, especially if you're talking about a brand like this that's selling clothing, home goods, stuff like that where you're really trying to showcase it. You can't do that with CSS and HTML and text. So images are needed, and if you can put everything in a beautiful image like this, makes it showcases the product a lot better. So I'm okay with that, but in this particular instance, if you look at the image, especially this one here, there is nothing in the image that actually showcases the product. It's just text with a blurred out, what looks like stock image here. So the image itself doesn't serve any purpose. If that background image, or say there were other images here that showed some of the women's or men's or whatever clothing that is 50% off, then I'd be probably fine with it. I'd be okay because it's serving a purpose. But in this particular instance, the image isn't serving a purpose. So I want to show you what happened when I went to this on mobile. So this is what it looks like in mobile when I first pull it up. By default, the pictures were not shown. You can see here that Gmail told me, we can show you the pictures if we want. The whole email is not there, except for this. But this has nothing related to the offer. So if we come back, the subject was new styles now 50% off. Okay, so I can probably get it from the subject line, but I can't get it from the copy or body of the email. I have no idea what they're selling or if there's an offer. This little tagline here is a little bit more of like a higher level mission statement, so it's nothing offer specific. So now watch what happens when I on mobile clicked to show the pictures. There is a line in the middle. So there was actually two images in this case. Not a huge deal, but when you're trying to build brand and trust, and you're trying to get people to come look at your product line to hopefully buy, this line right in the middle of your beautiful image is really distracting. And that's something that comes from, I've done stuff like this before when I've been in a rush and haven't tested enough. Um, you want to make sure that when you're sending these, especially heavy image based emails, that you test on a lot of devices. I would, at least at a bare minimum, usually email service providers, when you build them, they allow you to, from their own like preview window, do it on desktop and mobile. I would always check those. And then from a test perspective, I'd send a test to yourself that you view on desktop and something that you view on mobile, on your own device. That obviously won't take care of everything, but it's a step. And if you want to go another step further, you could send your, if you use Outlook, you could send it to, especially the desktop client, you could send yourself an email there. Hopefully maybe you have personal email addresses in a couple of places, like maybe Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail. They will all render things a teeny bit differently. That's why firms like Litmus and other companies as like email testers are out there, so that you don't have to go all these different places. But anyways, a little bit of a tangent there. So design was a little bit ruined by this line in the middle. Okay, so back to this, I feel like overall though, outside of the images, the email's fine, but that's a pretty big deal, especially when you either won't see it, so it requires a click to just see the email, and then even when you see it, the design's messed up. So, lesson for today is images are important. They serve a great purpose, but make sure they serve their purpose, and when you use them, just make sure you double check. Oh, the one other thing I didn't point out before, there's no alt text here. If you're doing an image-based email, you've got to do alt text. So, like, say I'm not in a place where loading images is practical, or I don't have the speeds, or I'm too I'm too much in a rush. Adding alt text here that would talk about the offer would be nice. Okay, that's it for another round of the email review, and hope this was valuable. I want to follow up and give Piranha some praise on an image that I feel like actually, what I was talking about before, serving a purpose. So I got another email from them actually not too long ago after I was done with the video. And look at this one. Okay, big image, probably some of the same issues or whatever, right, as far as alt text and not showing up if they don't load. But look what it's doing. It's showcasing product. And what's nice is it's a GIF, so it's funneling through, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 images. So that's a lot better. Like, if you're gonna make it an image, showcase the product, I'm a lot more interested in this, knowing that these are some of the quote greatest hits or whatever that come in this email. So I like this one better.